The Kansas vote yesterday to keep abortion legal in that state says as much about broader politics in America as it does about abortion. The voters in that state overwhelmingly rejected a constitutional amendment that would have led to a statewide ban on abortions. But Kansas is a red state that voted for Donald Trump by 15 points. Its state legislature is overwhelmingly Republican, and while the governor's a Democrat, its 2 senators and 3 of 4 members of Congress are all Republican. Nevertheless, it was pretty close to a landslide, with nearly 60% voting to maintain the status quo on the right to an abortion. The turnout was massive. Now, the left-leaning political pundits will read too much into this and tell us that this vote on abortion rights tells us that Republicans will start flocking to the Democratic Party.
You've seen tremendous movement away from Republicans and toward the Democrats in the suburbs of Kansas City, none bigger than Johnson County.
But if you're a Republican, you see that, college-educated suburban women were particularly motivated on this issue, and that's a demographic that Republicans need to do better with.
And so Democrats are going to watch this closely. Are suburban Republicans so upset at the Supreme Court decision they're willing to vote for Democrats in the fall?
It's true that suburban Republicans appear to support abortion rights, and they generally oppose extremism. But that doesn't mean they're single-issue voters either. I don't know that it means that they will start voting for Democrats. Here's what I take away from all this. First, people want to show up to vote on an issue that they care about. Over 900,000 Kansans turned out on an excruciatingly hot August day for a midterm primary. But the biggest revelation here is that Kansans, in my view, showed themselves to be moderate, issue-oriented voters, like so many Americans. And that flies directly in the face of how the partisan cable news networks do what they do. The bottom line is that 61% of Americans support the right to an abortion with some limitations. That is directly in line with the Kansas results. So regardless of whether you agree or you disagree with the result, it was a day for what I call the marginalized moderate majority. Americans who vote issue by issue and who despise the political extremes dominating the national conversation. Shocker, Kansas can vote Republican and vote pro-choice. The only people who should be surprised or horrified by that are the political extremes in this country. Joining me now is a former Republican state legislator from Kansas, Stephanie Sharp. Stephanie, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
Hi, Dan. Thanks for having me.
All right. So I saw you at times nodding, at times shaking your head, at times smiling when I was making my commentary. What's your main takeaway from the vote?
Well, you just made all of my points, so I can just sign off now, if that's okay. I think that you made the exact point that moderate group, they typically don't vote on, they're not single-issue voters, and so there aren't typically single issues on the ballot. But when you put a single issue on the ballot when you put a right on the ballot, people will show up. But when it's just a regular candidate versus candidate, they don't show up because it's harder to learn about those issues. But you put that issue right on the ballot and they will show up.
So those, on the left who are hoping that this is going to mean there's going to be a sort of a movement of those Republican suburban voters over to the Democratic aisle, you say isn't going to happen.
No, I don't think so. And in fact, my frustration over the last 24 hours has been, had those folks been voting beforehand, we wouldn't have had this situation in the first place. In theory, everyone who voted no yesterday also supported the legislators who put this issue on the ballot. So had they been voting all along, we wouldn't be where we are right now. So
your point, it sounds like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but is that you believe that the Kansas state legislature is to the right of the people in Kansas?
Yes, certainly. And again, especially on this particular single issue. And when we get the opportunity to vote in November, I think that there will be a lot of opportunities for Kansans to take a closer look at this issue in particular. But again, this issue isn't going to be on the ballot. It's going to be candidates and names, and there's going to be a lot of money spent getting those names out there.
Yeah, and as and I assume you still consider yourself a proud Kansas Republican, correct?
I am absolutely in the Nancy Kassebaum, Bob Dole, Dwight Eisenhower mold.
Stephanie Sharp, thank you for spending some time with us. Really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.